Hello, everybody! Welcome on in! Welcome to the stream! Hello, hello, hello! Man, my mermaid makeup is, having a fun time in the light. Hello, everybody! Welcome to the stream! I see a Resident Bard, a Shadows Fall, an Orange Itis, a Killer Haku, a Blizzard Star, Rainy Keys, welcome on in. Lemon, hello, hello, hello. It's so lovely to see you. Hi, everybody. And Leon, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. Welcome to the stream. We're just getting started. It is a mermaid-filled stream, if you couldn't tell by my makeup. It's mostly just blue. But hello, welcome on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, yo, I heard it was mermaid time. It is mermaid time. It's mermaid time. It is that time of year again. If you are from, if you are here, if you're part of, if you have been here, for 3 years, you will know, that, every year for Mermay, we do a mermaid draw-along stream, or variety of streams, where we, all, work on, seeing what our artist skills have become in the last year, and we draw the same mermaid every single time. But thank you so much for the raid, Leon. Welcome on in. It is great to see you, and welcome on in. It's gonna be May. Also, for those of you curious where Ash is, she's right here. I can just do the announcements, like this. I know that my mermaid makeup is cool, but we all know you guys are here for the Ash content. But yeah. Welcome to the stream. Nico, thank you so much for the 31 months. More than 2.5 years now. Insane. Insane indeed, Nico. Welcome on in. Early mermaid celebration. Let's go. Yes. We're actually gonna start a mermaid piece, before May and, actually post it during May. So, Ashcam is best cam. Ashcam is best cam. Isn't that right, BB? Yeah. Lurk, thank you so much for the lurk, Gilly, and welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. And Gemini, thank you so much for the lurk. Welcome on in. How is everyone's Saturday going? I'm here to lurk because today was a day, but then numbers is important. Thank you very much, Gilly. I really appreciate it. It's lovely to see you, and I appreciate you being here for the numbers. Them numbers do be important, even though it sucks that numbers are important. And I appreciate you being here for them. Sweet girl. So many lurks. So many lurks on this chill Saturday, which is totally fine. If y'all are wanting to lurk away, go for it. This, as I have said many times, the stream is all about the lurkers. That's what art streams are really for, ain't it? She do be loving those treasures. Today has been a big day, and so I'm happy that hopefully we all get to just sort of relax under the sea and draw our lovely bioluminescent mermaid together. But yes, so that we are doing mermaid stuff. It is on time this year. This is the piece that we made last year, or at least that I made last year for our mermaid draw along. We leveled up quite considerably. This is what so I have both of them up in here. So this is what we did in 2021. This is what we did in 2022. The glow up is incredible. I can't get over this glow up, to be honest. And I honestly don't know how much of there will be a glow. Like, I say this every single time we do this. I do not know how much of a glow up there will be from this year, from last year to this year, because I'm still incredibly proud of how this came out. But that's what we're gonna be doing today. I've got a few ideas of what to do. But before that, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of what's going on. But before then, I see that we got a shout out for Leon. Good. I'm glad we're shouting out Leon. That is what we need to do today. But Leon, thank you so much for the raid. If you are here and not lurking, what were you working on? Please tell me all about it. I want to hear. Please, and also anyone that came in with Leon's raid, possibly, I know it was at least me and, I know it was at least me and Lemon, but if anyone came in with, Leon's raid, I would love to hear what your favorite thing about Leon's stream was. What were you working on? Please share it. You have the floor, Leon, if you would like it. Steady! And Little Strimmer, welcome on in. Hey, and Serena! Oh my gosh, so many people are here. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome on in. She really do be loving the scritches. Like, right before stream started, Ash came up on my lap and, like, hopped off the bed and demanded scritches. So, you know, I'm just delaying drawing until she wants to leave. Oh, Pokemon Trainer Godbry. Heck, yes! Well, to start our lovely, Saturday draw along, I think we're gonna do a little bit of a warm-up doodle, and you guys are all also welcome to warm-up doodle with me, if you're planning on drawing along with me today. We're gonna draw, my Goblin Sona with a Gyarados. Hey, Steady, it's great to see you. It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Ash is just loving some scritches. Also, usually when raids come in, I, like, focus solely on Ash. So we can do that real quick. We can just switch to face cam and just really get a good zoom in of what Ash is looking like today. Ash is having the time of her life. She got to go outside today for a little bit. She got some treats. She's been having a nap, and now she's getting scritches. It's a good day for this kitty. But welcome on in, everybody. How was your Saturday going? Raiders, if you don't know who I am, my name is Bree. I am a digital... Oh, are you getting up? Are you getting up? Alright. Alright. There we go. Oh, right in front of the camera. And let's go back to the drawing screen. Ah! Alright. Hello, everybody. Alright. Back to mermaid makeup. Alright, but yes, my name is Bree. I am a digital artist here on Twitch. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. That's today. I do tarot cards every Tuesday, I do TTRPG and just general commissions every Thursday, and I do miscellaneous fun things every Saturday, and we're doing a draw along today, and I'm very excited. So welcome on in. Also, if anyone in my chat doesn't know who Leon is an absolutely incredible streamer, an absolutely incredible friend, has been working on, like, usually works on comic work on their stream, and also has been working on drawing a whole bunch of Pokemon starters that will be going up on, I think, the Redbubble pretty soon. So if you haven't followed them, what are you doing? Please go follow Leon. Leon's incredible and deserves more viewers. They're the best. Anyways, let's actually get started on the stream. We had enough of a diversion with Ash. Let me get caught up on chat. I did not just wake up from a nap. That was 2 hours ago. That was 2 hours longer than I wanted. Totally not. No, you don't need to apologize for your nap, Maggie. Nap again. Nap again. Keep napping. Nap as much as you want. Unless you have work to do today, then don't nap. But, bleh. Bleh. Who cares about naps? Get the rest you deserve. Could be bad, but could be worse too. A middling day is, you know, better than bad, Steady, so that's pretty good. It's also been kind of a middling day for me, mainly just because I haven't done much today, other than get ready for stream. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I actually have a few quick announcements to do beforehand, which is super simple and super easy, and I'm sure all of the mods are just waiting for me to blush monster them. First of all, this will be the last stream for a week. It is this last stream of this week, but I will not be streaming again until the second week of May. I'm taking the first week of May off as a spring break for myself because I'm tired and I don't want to get burned out, and I want to keep making good content for y'all. So I'm taking next week off. No streams for me. Go watch other really awesome streamers and tell me all about them when we come back. And also, it is the last stream of the month. The last stream of the month, as always, since last month, is Mod Appreciation Day. We here on this channel love and appreciate our Mod Rangers, the lovely Resident Bard, Killer Haku, Geek Outs, and Derpanduin. here in our chat, and they are absolutely lovely, as well as Walnuts, my brother. They're absolutely lovely, keep our channel safe, and I could not do what I do without them. So, please, if you are able, if you've been meaning to sub to get your wings in, if you have any bits to spare, literally anything, any bits or subs today, literally all of it, all of those proceeds will go directly into my mods' pockets. So if you have any subs that you would like to give and any bits you'd like to give, all of those things donated today, all will be going directly to my mods. So please, please get those hype trains running for the mods today. They deserve it, and they deserve all of the love. Thanks, mods! Yay! Thank you so much, Danny, for the biddies! The 30 biddies for the mods. But yes, all subs and all bits are going to the mods today. It is Mods Appreciation Day. Yay! Also, it is a draw-along stream today, which means that I'm going to be talking more about my process today during the stream and a little bit less getting caught up on chat. So if I miss any messages, that is why. I'm going to be a little bit less into it with the chat specifically, unless you guys have, like, questions. And if you guys have questions, like, either highlight the message or, like, do question in bold in front of it so that I can answer them and see them in chat. But I'm going to be focusing a little bit harder on my drawing today, just so to go over my process and stuff, as just a little bit of a disclaimer. So, but without further ado. Oh shit, right, that's a thing now. Yeah, you haven't been around, Nico, for me to just throw money at you, and you deserve money, and you deserve everyone's love. So please, Blush Monster the mods today. It is in order. We love our mods in space. Yes, we do. Thank you so much for the 569 bits, Lemon. Thank you so much. And yes, thank you hello again, lurking while I make food. Yes, eat that food, Leon. Eat that food. Also, if anyone wants to draw along with me today, it is a draw along stream, so I'll be going over my process and maybe not going as slow as some of you guys would want, but I'll be going over my process today, and you are welcome to draw along with me and check in on your art progress for the last few years. Also, if you just want to work on any other mermaid stuff or just draw with me, that's also good. I had another point and I don't remember what it is. Oh, right. Nope. It's gone again. Let's just do it. Let's just do our warm-up doodle and then see what happens. All right. What do you guys think that Pokemon trainer Gabri looks like? Like, when we did Jonblin, it was just Jonblin and a little Shinx. Hi, Ash, are you getting up again? Oh, big stretch. No one else can see. Oh, there's the tail. Ah, the 30 bits! Yes, 30 bits for the mods. Thank you so much, Danny. Hey, Ursa, welcome on in. Hello. How's your Saturday going? I'm gonna fill up the biddy cup for more splosions. We need all of the splosions to happen. Thank you for the 31 bits. Oh, yes. Blush Monster, the Blush Monster. Blush Monster, everybody. I mean, it's gotta be, yeah, okay. That's what I thought. It had to be Gabri and Raspberry, but I wasn't sure if you guys wanted me to try, like, a whole team or just do one Pokemon. I think just one Pokemon for the 20 minutes. Thank you so much for the 25 bits, Danny. Okay, the hype train is so close. That's a lot of months. Clock! Thank you so much for the 20 months. Welcome back to Having Wings. Hello, Clock. Welcome on in. Oh my god, Splosion! Yeah! Can we get a hype train for the mods? I think we can. Both you and Nico sub today. 20 months and 31 months is a lot of months. Thank you guys so much for the subs today. I really appreciate it. And also, Nico, you did just give yourself money, and I hope you think about that. I spent the day doing cleaning, now wrapping up prep for Strahd tonight. Yes! Have a good time playing Strahd! How was cleaning? How was cleaning? You, your Pokemon, and a Brigade Gym badge as the background. You know what? We could probably do that. We could probably do that in 20 minutes. So many months. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, now I have to fill it again. I appreciate you, Danny. Alright, let's look at Snaz. What? Hype Train? Oh my gosh! John, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Arcane Griffin, welcome back. Welcome to Having Wings, my friend. Welcome to the brigade. Oh my god, we're already at a level 2. Danny! Thank you so much for the biddies, Danny. I cannot see how many there are right now because I'm on a different screen. But thank you so much. I got a lurk, but I noticed I needed to resub. No worries, please lurk away. We're gonna be doing some mermaid underwater drawing. It'll hopefully be super chill today, unless constantly we get hype trained, which we might. Thank you so much for the 37 bits, Danny. But yes, lurk away. Everyone, you are welcome to lurk and just draw on whatever you need to do. I'm happy you're here. I see you. I recognize you. And I'm glad you're here. All the lurkers welcome. I'm gonna keep filling the cup. Well, okay, it might not be a chill stream if Danny keeps on doing this. Mom, thank you so much for the 302 party bits. Yes. And the 20. Oh my god. Thank you very much, Danny, for the 28 bits. Oh boy. How am I supposed to get anything done with you guys here? I love it. But yes, how is the Curse of Strahd prep coming, Ursa? Have you started that game yet? I can't remember. I'm a very good lurk clock. Okay, now that I have realized that tomorrow appears to be an anniversary of my current vessel. Wait, is your birthday May 1st, Haku? Hold on. Haku, is your birthday tomorrow? Are you kidding me? Your birthday is tomorrow? I didn't know that. Well, I have to write that down so I don't forget. Oh my goodness, it's Haku's even more of a time. Even more, holy fuck. Holy fuck! Gemini! 10,000 bits! In this community day, we appreciate our mods. Yes, we do. Thank you for the 10,000 bits, Gemini. And for the level 5 hype train. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna start drawing now. Oh no. I'm not gonna do anything today if this is how this day is gonna go. Oh my god. Hi, Shadows Fall. I think I said hello to you earlier, but hi, Shadows Fall. It's great to see you. Welcome on, and I was just scrolling back up in. Oh my gosh. Justy, welcome on in. How's your Saturday going? Littlest Drummer, thank you so much for the 5-2. Oh my god. I turned on the timers and I haven't even started yet. Okay, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not doing it right now. We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna restart it. Reset. Oh my god. Maggie, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1 subs. Mr. Poe, Rivers in the Woods, Serena, Duchess, and Alistair. Welcome back to Having Wings. Welcome to Having Wings, my friends, and welcome to the brigade. Oh my god. Serena. And Lemon, thank you so much for the tier 5 gifted subs. Shadows Fall, BW Wright UK, Super Thunder 4x4, and Nesk and Jessiel. Welcome to Having Wings, my friends. Thank you so much, and welcome to the brigade. Oh my god. All these subs keep exploding the cup. Yeah, because they're much heavier. Thank you so much for the bits, Danny. Oh my god, 61 bits. We're at 300%. We're at 300%. Boy, howdy. Oh, gosh. Could be sillier. Could be the pho incident all over again. God, if John shows up here with pho again, I mean, I have to actually, I actually have, like, I'm going to my family's house after this stream. Hype train, fuck. Hype train success, and we're gonna start a hype train again, immediately after. 12 subs, 1,000. There's gotta be more bits than that. Gemini did 10,000. What the fuck? Oh my god. What? Ursa! 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 I regret nothing. Ursa, thank you so much for the 20 subs. Sora, Stormrider, Starlight Girl, Tabletop Horde, Aravanthus, Allie Briggs Art, Lynette, John Numa, Bewitched Craft, Nate, Megan, Hair Thulu, Barb, Amber Archer, Atomic Bells, Frio, Ninja Penguin, Big Eat 110, Triamis, Hummingbell, Lottie, and DJ Envy. Welcome back to Having Wings. Thank you so much, Ursa. Oh my god. Alright, I have to start this doodle or else I'm just gonna be dying on camera. Okay, we're just gonna, thank you. You mad lad. I mean, it wouldn't be fun this time. I'd have to figure out a different treat. I mean, I'm not gonna encourage you. You do what you want. If I encourage people, it's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse. Oh yeah, Trader Bree with a shocked Pikachu face for sure. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like, it was gonna be, like, cool and heroic, like with what Nico said, but now it's just gonna be shocked Pikachu face. Hi, Aravanthus. Thank you so much for the lurk. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a great Saturday. Thank you so much for the 26 bits, Danny. I can't do the same trick twice in 1 week. Gemini has one huge dense 10,000 bit biddy. I'm doing lots of 1-bit biddies, so they explode. Bree, we are having a mod day where all the bits and subs go to the mods. Also, Bree, surprised when community I'm not surprised that the community delivered. I'm just surprised that the community delivered this fast. Like, I didn't set a goal. You guys are just like, and immediately. Yeah, you have to give more. It's shared, but it is shared between all the mods. It's equally shared between the mods. You guys are giving them a sizable chunk, and I'm so happy. Thank you guys so much. They all do it, like, all mods everywhere do it, like, as a volunteer thing, and as communities grow and get bigger, it always, like, gets much more, like, not intense, but, like, harder for just a small mod team to, like, take care of it. And so I really wanted to give back as we're, like, growing the channel and stuff, and you guys are so kind. Thank you so much. They're the best, and they deserve all of your love. There's 5 mods. Including me, but I don't count. We're still going through it. Thank you so much for the 19 bits, Danny. Wait, I'm drawing myself, not Jonblin. What are these saggy ears? What are these saggy ears? Get them out of here. Finally get into the biddies. Oh, Edgefit, welcome on in. How's your Saturday going? Gotta pay them robots. Does Nightbot also get a share since it has mod status? No, because I don't know how, I don't think Nightbot has a PayPal. Get those droopy ears out of here. The warm-up doodle is kind of aquatic themed. It's a Gyarados. So I gave everyone 2,000 bits when he split it up. It's not that much. I mean, fair, I guess. But still kind of a lot, but I'm very happy about it. Thank you. Bree is Nightbot. There, yeah. I'm Nightbot, so therefore I don't count. Not on this day. I think we've easily bought every mod lunch at this point. Yes, you have. And I appreciate you. And you guys also paid John. You guys paid John on Tuesday to get pho for ourselves. Just hanging out in the middle of nowhere in Wales, having a good time. Heck yeah! That sounds like a good time. I hope your friends from Ireland are having a great time. So it all flows back into itself in some way or another. And to be fair here, your support also means we as mods can spend more time coming up with fun ideas for future streams and events. That is very true. That is very true. The mods are a huge part of the creative process here on this stream. And your guys' support really helps the creative process. Also, Session 0 went well on Thursday. They voted for a Commoner start, which is sub-level 1 stuff, and a Works List start and an Artificer's Guild. Nice! I'm glad it went well. We're always dying on camera, Brie. I mean, true. As we age, we're dying on camera. I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. Oh my god, did I even... In all of this mess, did I even say hello to Miranda when she popped in? I don't even know. Miranda, if you're still here, hello. Also, if I missed anything, I haven't... I can't get past I can't get past the original bits by Danny, so if I missed any of your guys' messages, feel free to repost them in chat. Started a few weeks ago. They finished Death House last week with a battle against a flesh mound and the massive/human amalgamation of Madame Durst and the family dog. Sounds terrible. I love it. Hey, Kaden, welcome on in. Welcome. We do need a total bits counter now. We have so many bits. Is this surprise Pikachu face enough? Does this look like a surprise Pikachu face to anyone? Whole Gobri agenda. Get these GP. I want to at the end of the stream to know the approximate cash value we pulled together from mods. I mean, I could probably do that. Hey, Scribbler, welcome on in. Hello. How's your Saturday going? Back to lurking. Have a very good lurk. Thank you for being here. And pooling your incredible resources to Blush Monster myself and the mods. It's going great! I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. You guys, no, you're amazing. Yeah, the support that we get as mods is part of it, but the fact that y'all are not only appreciative but super respectful when we express boundaries is what makes modding here honestly amazing. Best community. Best community! I'm gonna lurk and fly around a desert on a big old dragon. Go for it! Have a good lurk, Scribbler. Thank you so much for the lurk and for coming on in. Have a very good time flying around on a dragon. That dragon, I hope the dragon knows how lucky it is to have you flying around on it. Seeing Brie with a surprise Pikachu face reminds me of the Ori days. Yeah. Yeah. I will never forget that betrayal. Nico, I will never forget that betrayal. How fast can I draw this Gyarados? Oh, you redeemed a Terrapole. Caden's Terrapole is recorded in Matcha. Do you want me to leave them on this stream? Honestly, actually, I think it'd probably be better to turn the Terrapoles off this stream, just since we are going to be doing a draw-along where I'm kind of going over my process, and I kind of want to get a lot of stuff done. But I'm super down, before we start that after this, to do a Terrapole for you, Caden. And then we'll, won't do any Terrapoles for now. Good, never trust me. I trust you with certain things, not when it comes to what to do in a video game. Never again. When you convinced me to keep playing Ori and said that I was almost done with a thing, and then I had to go on a fast-paced exit out of the water area at the end of stream and rage quit. Never again. Never again. Hey, JJ, welcome on in. How's your Saturday going? Gyarados. Hey, Barb, welcome on in. OMG, I got a gift sub. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming on in, Barb. How's your Saturday going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gonna add one to the counter for posterity. My BF took tomorrow off to spend all day with me. Aw, that is so sweet. I'm so happy that you get to spend all day with your BF. That is so sweet. No worries about the topic change, Haku. I like hearing about what you guys are up to. Surprise spicy squirrel thingy face looks more like a surprise Gabri face. I mean, you're right, Serena. It is a surprise Gabri face. Could never trust me. Sweet. I'll pause redeems other than kitty scratches and long form stuff for today to minimize interruptions. Thank you very much. To be fair, we were almost done with... Yeah, okay, we were almost done with it, but it was also the end of stream. And you're like, nah, it'll be good. It'll be great. We'll just watch Bree suffer. Bree's already bad at this game. Why not make her go on a very, very fast-paced speed-running thing with the things that she just was able to figure out how to use? No, it was funny. I appreciate what you did. That doesn't mean that I'll ever trust you again, though. There! Sort of a Gyarados head. Good enough! Now we just do a bunch of really quick sections. And it's a Gyarados. We're both making a surprise Pikachu face. There we go. Tail. And we're just gonna move this over. And then we're just gonna see what they're looking at. I wonder what they're looking at. Couldn't be chat, could it? Couldn't be the chat box. Saturday is going, lol. Just reminded why exercise and I don't get along. Yeah. Fair. It was a wildly varying Saturday. Exercise also does not get along with me, but, you know, it's important to do. It sucks, and it's important to do. What kind of exercise were you doing, JJ? We were actually just talking about how you and I met and didn't realize it at Gen Con 2019 last time. I know Rainbow Mancy. Oh, about how you didn't know you met JJ? Alright, hold on. Subs with little wings by all of them. 20 subs. 1, 2, 3. Shh. Little box feature. 5 subs. There we go. Dun 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 dun. Stop. Our lovely warm-up doodle. Technically aquatic themed. More about me just loving chat. Thank you all so much for the sub bombs. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all are the sweetest. And Gabri and Raspberry did not know what hit them. Hey, Rivers in the Woods, welcome on in. Hello, good time zone, everyone. Good zone, Rivers in the Woods. Welcome on in. How's your Saturday going? 10k bits. That's true. I gotta put the little 10k bits up here. It's a little present. 10,000 bits. There we go. Need them bitties. I'll even put the little bit cup over here. With the explosion! There. You guys are amazing. Absolutely crushed it. Alright. Let's get into doing some mermaid drawing. Well, first I'm actually gonna get caught up on chat and do a quick tarot reading, and then we're gonna get into doing some mermaid drawing. So, for all of you that have just been waiting around, I hope this is your last chance to go get some water, get your situation all ready, get your drawing notebooks, your pads, your drawing programs all ready. We're gonna do mermaid very soon. This has just been an hour of getting people in chat. All right, Gabri and Raspberry are blush monstered by chat. That's not how you spell things. Chat. There we go. Woo! Alright, back to the mermaid. And blush monstering the hell out of the mods. That's really what it was. I'm gonna get excited. I love you all. Yay, Barb! Welcome on in! Taking this warm-up as a chance to get some tea and cake. Being outside for an hour today was a mistake. Is it really, like, is it humid? Is it cold? Why was it a mistake, Miranda? Just also wet? Are you sick? Are you okay? I just found count them, 2 matching pair of socks. 2 matching pairs of socks? Blasphemy! I have a lot of matching pairs of socks. I've been matching them recently. I had a fun Saturday. My mate made lunch, a panini, and then we recorded a podcast because I'm teaching myself to edit audio and then playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And then play basketball. A wildly varying Saturday. That sounds like a really, really fun Saturday, Barb. I'm glad you had a good day. Recording a podcast sounds really fun. And playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Also sounds incredible. Congrats on a great day. I didn't come into chat on... Oh! Don't worry about it, Kaden. I'm glad that you had a good, I hope you had a good band concert. Thanks for coming on in today. Oh, cake sounds like a nice idea. Cake sounds great. Cake sounds incredible. All right, let's do that tarot reading. 33.1k dust. Scribbler, you're so close. At the time, it was pretty windy, cold, and drizzling for a fair amount of my class. But I live! Smelled awesome, hard to use nunchucks and all of it. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Make sure that you are not sick and get that tea that you deserve. All right. Tarot cam. All right, I'm gonna go hang out some more. We're checking out kobolds and trench coats, and might play it tonight or tomorrow. I'll let y'all know in Discord how that goes. I'll be checking out the VOD when I get home and drop a mermaid for myself. Yay! I can't wait to see it, Edgefit. Have a very good rest of your day and a very good time with your friends. I hope you have a great day. Bye! Crushed it. Thanks, guys. I can't wait to work on this on... Are you gonna work on this on stream? Are you not drawing along right now, John, because you're gonna draw this on stream? Because that's... I'm very happy about that. That's very sweet. I'm so excited. I'm very excited. Speaking of, Brie, when you posted that picture of you and Eric, I was like, wait a minute, I remember seeing her now at that meetup. Really? Yay! Yeah, that's what I looked like at that meetup, JJ. Yeah. Oh, that's very funny. That's very funny. I love meeting online friends. I love meeting online friends in real life. But what I really love is meeting people in real life and then then seeing them online and then realizing that we met in real life. Anonymous, thank you so much for the gift sub to Miranda. Miranda, welcome back to Having Wings. I had full and complete faith that you could do it, and you almost did it by like 2 jumps. I know, I was so close in Ori at the time, Nico. I was so close, and yet I failed. It was the sheer adrenaline pulling me through. This pen on screen sounds like I'm using a permanent marker? Really? It does kind of, honestly. Some lovely pen ASMR. Alright. I mean, halfway to a colorless full body. Yeah, you're really close. I mean, that's... I don't know if that's close. You're getting there. You're doing good. You're doing good, Scribbler. I hope you're having a good time with your awesome dragon. Alright. Tarot reading. Let's do this. I'm distracting myself enough. Alright, Caden. 20 vibes check in relation to my drawing. You got it, Caden. Let's do this. I love that you guys are asking me to do tarot readings for drawings. That's very fun to me. Gotta have wings. Gotta get those wings. If I were to update the wings in chat, what would you guys want me to want them to look like? I was thinking of making them a little bit more detailed, but I don't know if that'll come through. Or if you come on, tarot cloth. There we go. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ooh! Kaden, your card is the Ace of Cups. A lovely aquatic-themed one for this aquatic-themed day. Ace of Cups. Your message. You are faced with the opportunity to pursue a new relationship. Don't let the fear of what might happen get in your way. Approach it with the intention of making it the best it can be, and if it is a good thing, don't neglect it. Continue to nurture and strengthen it. In relation to a drawing specifically, I think that I think you can just pretty much disregard the first line of a new opportunity with a new relationship and just take the don't let the fear of what might happen get in the way and approach it with the intention of making it the best that it can be. If it's a good thing, don't neglect it. Continue to nurture and strengthen it. That is incredible. I think that what these cards are trying to tell you is that continue to nurture and strengthen your drawing practice, and also don't neglect your drawing just because you're not quite sure if you're going to get it right or not. It's never going to be perfect on the first try. No drawing rarely ever is. I go through so many different sketch phases of drawings. I do an undersketch, I do another undersketch, I do another undersketch. I sometimes scrap the whole thing and redo it. And just letting yourself make little mistakes in pursuit of the thing that you want to create. Because it's never going to be perfect the first time, but as long as you can continue to nurture and go forward and approach it with thinking to make it the best that it can be, your drawing will be better for it. Thank you for asking me to do this, Kaden. And I personally think that your drawing is amazing, and don't let the fear of it not being perfect get in the way. Just keep doing it. It's gonna look great. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for the reading, Kaden. Alright. Also, the Ace of Cups card is freaking gorgeous. Look at that. Bubbles, dripping cup. Ugh, beautiful. It's like a fountain. You're welcome, Kaden. Thank you for asking me to do it. Ooh, flower petals, redoing the wings. I would say European peacock butterfly. I think I was trying to go, they're more that could be good. I don't know if that would, I'm worried that it's not gonna be able to show up if they're too detailed, you know? Fantastic pull. It's a very good pull for a new drawing. Even though it's all about new relationships and new beginnings and stuff, or not new relationship and new beginnings, but a new relationship and nurturing a relationship. You can have a relationship with your drawing as well and your drawing practice, and nurturing your drawing practice is extremely important. Yes. Hey! Yay! Everybody go wish Haku a happy birthday! It's Haku's birthday today! Happy birthday in Germany, Haku! Woo! Happy birth! Happy birth! Alright. I like the idea of doing the flower petals. Doing two little sakura petals as the wings could be fun. That could be fun. Fitting that we'd get the Cups suit since we're working on a mermaid today. That is true. And a lovely segue to the fact that, alright, we're finally doing the mermaid. Thank you so much for all of your patience, everybody. But yes, today is the mermaid draw-along. We're starting a mermaid before May, and I'm very excited. I have a few, so basically what I was thinking of today, since we kind of just drew a mermaid, and I kind of went over my process, like, for the first year that we did this back in 2020, and I kind of just, like, went over my process of, like, how I do things and how to, like, structure the body. And then last year I kind of redid that, and then also went over my process for how I do colors and lighting. I think a way that we could do something this year to not only elevate the mermaid after the last 3 years, but also talk about a little bit something different, is to go over how to do composition. And also I want to give the mermaid a new pose because I think it looks kind of stiff like this, and it's in the water and it should never look stiff. So I have pulled up a few I did some research. I did a whole bunch of mermaid looking at stuff today. I looked at a whole bunch of mermaids today, and some of my favorites, because we've been kind of going deep sea mermaid with this one. Like, we started off in, like, sort of a kelp forest, and then we went and, like, just, like, the coral, like, right before the coral reef turns into, like, a drop-off. I was thinking it could be fun that we go deeper for year 3 and kind of really embrace the lighting that we did last year, and also give us a little bit more of, like, a creepy, long-tailed vibe. So I was kind of, like, looking at different, like, deep sea mermaids. I'm super into this one. I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to get this, but I love this pose so much. I'm also, like, I really also like this pose. So basically, I've just got a bunch of different things for composition wise, and, like, really trying to fill up the page with the mermaid, and also do a little bit of a cooler pose. So, I also looked at mermaids, respectfully, of course. Amazing! Yes, happy escape the tube day. It's a wild way of putting it, Scribbler, and I love it. Yes, deep mermaids. So we're gonna get a little bit funkier and a little bit more into composition today. So that's what we're gonna do. I will post links to all of these, like, reference images in the Discord. I'll do that right now, actually. I'm putting them in links for later, so if you guys want to, like, check them out or anything, they'll be there if you're drawing along. I'm not gonna have them up on screen the entire time, but... So I'm just putting links for the things that I found. Mostly it's on Pinterest, so I don't know if these are, like, the actual artists and stuff. This is the actual artist, this Etsy listing. So yeah, if you wanna look at those, they're all in Discord right now. There we go. Okay. But, ooh, charcoal. I gotta go now. Just want to drop in quick and say hi. Have fun, everyone. Bye, Rivers in the Woods. Thanks for dropping in. I hope you had a really good Saturday. I saw that you responded to my question and telling me about your Saturday. I have not gotten there yet, but I'm glad you had a good day. Bye, Rivers in the Woods. Thanks for hanging out. This is perfect. Various moods and choices have led me to decide that it's a charcoal day for me. Ooh. Charcoal day. The Yoshi Yoshitana ones are also fab, but Merfolk in general are fab. Yoshi Yoshitana is also good. If you want to post links to that as well, Ursa, for people's references, I would love to see that. I remember that you posted that, and then I couldn't find it in my scrolling in Discord, so I looked on my own. But, maybe add the wreck of either the Titanic or the Bismarck in the background for that really, really deep sea vibe. Maybe, if we have time. I think I'm trying to get more mermaid into this instead of the background, but if we have time, Serena, doing a shipwreck could be really, really fun. Yes, deep mermaids. Yes, more eelish. Oh, you're very welcome, Kaden. Thanks for asking me to do it. A lot more curling in on over itself. Yes, a lot more curling, not just like, oh, I'm just posing in the water. A lot more curling and eely and like it's coming at you. That's what I want. That's what we want today. I did a bunch of mermaid looking at. Sometimes I don't have verbs in my mind. Or action. Verbs are action words, right? I'm not the writer in my creative relationship. I'm the artist. For a good reason. Oh, thank you so much for popping in to wish me a great stream, Matt. It's great to see you. Welcome on in. All right, now we're gonna make these small. Well, I'm just gonna make this one small for reference. All right, let's do this. I would love a deep sea ref. Please, please, please. Verbs or action words? I thought so. Thank you so much for popping in. Kraken mermaid. Kraken could be cool. We're always gonna try to draw the same mermaid, but we can always add stuff. Always be like a cheeky and just add some fun stuff for deep sea mermaid vibes. Actually, all of this thinking of water, I do have to go use the bathroom. I'm gonna go do that, and then we're gonna do this. But Ash isn't here. We're gonna look at Pua while I go to the bathroom. Everyone get ready. Get ready, think about the composition. I'll be back. I know it's not a break yet. We could just take a quick break. I don't know. I feel bad. I have to use the bathroom. All right, really quick break. Let's do that. Really quick break. Gonna use the bathroom. Go get some water, go get your meds, go get everything ready. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Quick break. See you all very soon. Whew. Okay, quick break achieved. I got some water. I hope you all took your meds. I saw some of you. Gotta take your meds. Go take them. But bathroom and water achieved. Let's do some composition work. Haku in the background in the Eldritch Kraken form. That could be good. I mean, it is Haku's birthday. It is Haku's birthday. Ooh! Thank you very much, Risa. Good. Take your meds, everybody. John, I'll be fine. My eraser needed. My sticks out. My eyes ready for some dust. Maybe a mask for your eyes. Just a Kraken with many eyes. Mermaids and links for later. Spoiler. All right, let's look at those mermaids and links for later. Ooh, so many. So many. They're beautiful. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, they're beautiful. Thank you very much for these. All right. Is everyone ready? Is everyone ready for this? Well, all right. Don't take your meds if it's not time for you to take your meds yet. Only take meds if you are supposed to be taking meds. Only if they're good for you and they're for you. Merfolk in general are fab. I spent my Sunday finish my last assignment of class and then babysitting tween flesh unit boys. Fun but tiring. Sounds like it, River. That is absolutely what I'm going to do. You'll get to watch me work on it live. I'm very excited to watch you work on it live, John. I'm very excited. Yes. Alright. I think I'm caught up on chat. Once again, if I have missed any of your messages, please feel free to repost them in chat. But, puts back random meds. Ready enough, but I'm doing another type of mermaid sketch. Alright, fair. Hey, Ike, you're just in time. We're doing a mermaid draw along if you'd like to draw along with me. But hello, Ike, how's your Saturday going? Welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, let's do this. So, to start, usually when I draw a mermaid, I draw it like, I usually do like a little like line, do some like line wiggles. You know, to sort of get like where like the tail is gonna go, where the head is, that type of vibe. Just like make a nice little wiggly S. But today, since we're trying to get a specific pose and composition, I think I'm probably going to start with where I want the head and then see what stuff we can get to from there. Because I think I really enjoyed the pose of the really scary one. Of the really scary mermaid. Not this one. This is a good pose though too. I love this so much. And she's not usually this scary. Like, our mermaid is not usually this scary, but I absolutely adore this pose. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try for this. Yeah. I'll bring it on over here. So I think for this one, I think we're gonna start with the head. Just a nice little, like, circle, slightly tilted. With the eyes. With our lovely, like, T for the face, where the eyes go, and what direction the face is looking. That's a sick mermaid. It is a sick mermaid, and I'm very excited to draw it something reminiscent of it. I gotta forage for food, so I probably won't be able to draw along, but I will lurk for now and be back. No worries, go get some food. How was your stream, by the way? You were just streaming, right? How was Succubus Saturday? And then we will probably, like, since it's, like, we're seeing it kind of from above in a weird way, even though it's forward, the perspective is a little strange. So, her shoulders are kind of, like, right underneath her head, so in the middle of her head, we're just gonna do this little line, and, like, a little triangle coming out from there. That's kind of, like, her torso and where her boobas will be. Just on either side of the little triangle. And also the triangle should follow the face line that you have in the front right here. And that's sort of where the tip of the triangle should be, and the boobas should be on either side. And then just at the end of them, we're just gonna draw a little circle for her inevitable shoulders. And then from there, I think we're gonna do the swooshy tail vibes. I think just from, her head right here, we're going to just play with whatever swooshy tail vibes we want to see. With her tail kind of ending up here. That's her tail. Maybe it's better to have more of a S. I just really like S shapes, I think. You can do whatever, you can also do whatever pose you want. But I think when it comes to mermaids, I just really like S shapes. So we're gonna go back to the sort of S shape vibe. And there's her tail. And there's her general body motion composition. And then from there, just gonna get rid of that. And then from there, we're just gonna opacity that underdrawing. And we've got sort of a basic idea of how big she's going to be. Worm. Hey, Koala, welcome on in. How's your Saturday going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What other type of mermaid sketch are you doing, Serena? I took 2/3 of my meds because it is too late for the attention meds. Understandable. If it's too late, don't take them. I have her looking up at us like Ariel in Part of Our World vibes. Yeah, but scary. I put on a pair of pants I haven't worn in like a year, and I don't totally hate myself in them. That's amazing. Congrats. Going through truly billions of tarot decks with my tarot collecting cousin. I'm popping off right now. Hell yeah. All right. So from here, I think we're going to we're gonna really focus on the tail. We can always like do later. The tail is like super easy because it's just like, you just kind of like fill it out and it's like, ooh, it's a mermaid tail, and then we can like add things later. So what we're really gonna focus on at the top is really getting the proportions and the perspective of the face and torso, because we really want to get that like that Ariel's the Ariel coming up towards the surface vibe, but also scary. So we're gonna zoom in on that. And sort of build the face. I kind of usually when I do this, I'm pretty good at faces at this point, so I don't usually do the way that a lot of people do faces. I kind of just like pull them in and bring them together and then erase what I don't like, which only works if you have a good mental image of how faces should work. So if you don't have a lot of practice with faces, I highly recommend using the like the circle portion and then adding a chin underneath it with like the eyes, and then mapping out the ears from there, and then kind of mapping out where the face is going to be, with the eyes, the bottom of the eyes being on the line, and the eyebrows, and then the nose and the mouth, and then mapping out the face from there type of vibe. But usually I kind of just make a really like tall oval, a tall round oval. Ooh, pizza and chicken tendies, hell yeah. Ooh, export the gesture drawing? Okay, one sec. I'll export the gesture drawing. Let me first save. Carlos would be proud. Mermaid 2022. Save. Alright, and then I will save a PNG of this. Gesture. Save. Okay. For all of y'all that are not drawing along right now, John is reminding me to take PNGs of each step of the process so you guys can see how it builds together. Anyways. So if you don't want to draw along during the video, there will be pictures in the Discord later. We love a good S shape. S is the ideal shape. Going through truly billions of tarot decks with my tarot collecting cousin. What tarot decks does your cousin have, Koala? That's really awesome. I showed my cousin some of your tarot cards, Branch. She wants you to drop the deck. I also want to drop the deck, Koala. It'll take forever, but I also want to. If she would like some of my decks, tell her about Articles of the Arcana or Die Hard Dice. A school of merfolk. I've yeeted the current progress of it up in the Whips channel over in the Discord server. Heck yeah. I'm very behind on responding in the Discord, but I'm excited to see it when I do. Alright. Back to face. So, generally how faces are made up is I do like the giant like oval circle, and then I kind of like pull it in for the chin. And then make a more succinct, clean sketch line of where the face shape should be. And then usually what I would do from this point is I kind of like on the edge where I was sketching before, just kind of make a straight, here, I'll do it at a different opacity, guys. I kind of just make like a straight line because that's kind of where the forehead would be, like right above, like right above the eyes, and then I pull that in because that's sort of their brow ridge, and then I pull it out like that. And it's not always, I don't always get it right on the first try, and then I pull it down, and then I erase, and I do again, and then generally the dip of the brow ridge and the eye, and dip of the brow ridge and the cheek should be where the eye is encased, like right here. And then I pull it down towards the chin, and then I pull it down over here, and then kind of like right where like the middle of the cheek was for the other side, that is where your jawline should go. And then from there I just kind of pull the top of where I drew from the forehead over and down, and then make an ear from that to there. And that's kind of like a good general face shape that I make. And then I refine it from there based on facial features. So I kind of like, this is sort of where I always start. And then depending on what the person looks like, I fiddle with that and make it puffier cheeks or shorter face or a lot wider face or longer brow ridge, whatever. And for our mermaid, she has a very long face. So I think I'm probably gonna like soften the brow ridge a little bit and pull her chin down and make the face a little like more squished. The prince arrived! Oh, yay! I'm really glad the prince arrived, Danny! I'm glad they're safe and sound. I have a pizza and chicken tendies and a leftover carrot cake dessert. Ooh, leftover carrot cake. I saw the carrot cake that you posted in Discord, Ike, and it looked so good. So good. Become part of my world. Yes. Instead of she wants to be part of your world, she wants you to be part of her world because she's gonna drown you. Love it. I have to go to work, so I can't look at them right now. No! Sticker! So we're just softening the brow ridge. Because once you have all of the outer bits of the face, you can just kind of like play with them until you have what you like. So we're kind of like pulling it in from what we had already to make it a little softer. But keeping the top of the forehead the way it was, and then taking that cheekbone and pulling it in and making a more prominent chin. Maybe not that prominent. Still pretty prominent, but okay. Yeah. There we go. In. And then we've got a nice, skinnier, longer face. I will say that this method that I use is probably, if you don't already know how to draw human faces, this might not work for you. Mainly, this is a technique that I developed as just like a quick shorthand for myself. And so if you don't already know how and where pretty much all of the facial features go on a person, this might not be good. I apologize if that's the case. The better question is, what decks does she not have? I mean, that is probably a better question. I also always tend to make faces like way more tilted than they should be. So if you want to combat that, be warned. Be warned of what I do. I really like 3/4. Took some pictures of her drawers in the tarot chat on Discord, but she also has a bunch on her bookshelf and in some in pouches. Oh my gosh. That's incredibly impressive. And so you always want to have the line going from like the middle of her forehead to her chin, just to sort of see where the middle of her face is. Make it a little easier for you. Hi, Ash. Are you back? Oh, is Pua in your spot? I'm so sorry. Hi, oh, hello. Hi, BB. My desk is not very clean and not good for Ashes right now. Thank you for the sticker and the Prince Breed that's going on in my water bottle. Yay! I'm glad. Hey, I had a whole lot of Brigade Crest stickers. I had to give you guys some. Had to give you guys some. Hi, BB. Hi. And then we just pull the ear in as well. It's gonna be a different ear because she is a mermaid. Oh, hi. Hi. Are you hanging out on my desk because you want scritches? Okay. Okay. You got it. She is upset. She's upset and on my desk. Here we go. She's right here. I don't have a good way of showing you her other than this. What? What do you want from me? Hi. Hi. Lurky, Haku's gonna be right back. Go have a good lurk, Haku. Have a very good lurk. Have a very good lurk. Alright, and usually from this point, I kind of like do... Well, I get rid of the other underdrawings that I did, and then I make the head the way, the size that I want it to be. Beautiful. And then I start mapping out the facial features. The head might need to be over here for continuity reasons. I made the head way too tilted, so. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes if you go 3/4 view, you have to move the head to make it make sense. Yeah. There we go. Either don't make it 3/4 view, or make it 3/4 view and move the head like I did. And then you should put the neck in the middle of the shoulders that you drew before. I can't believe your cousin has 7 pouches, Koala. I'm very excited to see all the tarot cards that she has. Okay. Now, I start usually doing facial features. And what that is I usually start with the nose. Now, I just did that very quickly, but generally the nose should be at the top of the brow ridge, and the bulb of the nose should be where the cheekbone is. And then you can kind of just do a little drip, and then a drip down, and then right where the drip down is, you put your lovely little nostril. You can also go lower than that. Sometimes I go too high. And there you go. You've got a nose. It's especially with, like, when it comes to 3/4, it's really easy to draw noses because it's just like a mini S. Hey! Oh my goodness, Rogan! Hello, Raiders! Rogue Raid! Raid! Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo! Hello, Raiders! Welcome on in. How was your stream, Rogan? Hello, hello, hello. We're drawing a mermaid. Hello! Rogan, how was your stream? And also, everyone that came in with Rogan's raid, how was Rogan's stream? What was your favorite part? Tell me all about it. Yes, we're doing a draw-along stream today to kick off Mermay. I actually need to... How did I draw her nose before? Oh, it's, like, very pointed. Cute. I like it. We're gonna make it more pointed, then. With that, I just kind of pull out the tip, make it more straight, and then sort of erase away some of the lines I did before to make it rounded at the bottom. And then it's a cute little pointy nose. Beautiful. Stream was good. We did some Ultima and then took a look at the technical demo of Spells and Secrets. And we also had new art from you. Yes. If any of you guys were, for all of y'all in Rogan's stream that doesn't know who I am, I had the absolute pleasure of drawing Rogan's new break screen, end screen, and starting soon screen, and the new paper the paper bottom thing. Can't remember the name of it, and the camera. So yeah, if you like that stuff, that's me. I drew all of that. Welcome on in, everybody. And also, if any of you in my stream do not know who Rogan is, and isn't quite sure what that is and wants to go check out my art, you totally should, for one. But two, Rogan is an absolutely amazing streamer, and does such really awesome retro gaming and some archive streams, and does some Mass Effect. Is just an all-around amazing person, and totally deserves your follow. So please, please, please go give him a follow. Have a very good rest of your day, Danny. Good luck at work. I must away to get in the zone for works. But I left myself lurking on my laptop at home. Shh, don't tell Twitch. I won't tell Twitch, don't worry. Thanks for hanging out. Have a very good rest of your day. But yeah, I did Rogan's art. If y'all want to go check that out, he debuted it today on his channel, so please go give him a follow to check it out. I had a very good time with it, and I can't wait for y'all to see it. And I hope you had a very good stream, Rogan. And also all of the raiders, welcome on in. Welcome to the brigade. How is your Saturday going? We're working on mermaid stuff. It is a draw-along stream, so I'm going to be talking about my process. If that is something you are interested in and would like to stick around to hear, if you do want to stick around, please hit that live button. But also, I would really like to hear what you guys' favorite thing about Rogan's stream was. Stream was good. How was Ultima, by the way? And also, what is Spells and Secrets? I feel like I've heard of it, but I'm not entirely sure. It feels like something I've heard of, but I would like to hear what you would think about it. But also, if you have to lurk and run and go get food, please go do that. You deserve to take a break. You just had a very long stream. And I'm so glad you debuted your stuff today. I had such a good time working on it. But yeah, we're gonna get back to drawing, but I will keep up with chat as best as I can. Tell me all your stuff, raiders. Raid! Yay! Sasha is staring at my food. No food for Cato. No food for Cato. None. Also, okay, so usually after I do the nose, I do the eyebrows. And that's just, since it's a 3/4 space that I've decided to do, the eyebrows kind of connect to the very top of the nose, and just sort of from like the middle of the face over to about the mid-jaw. But since this is a mermaid, her eyebrows aren't really eyebrows. So we're gonna do a cute little flick of the wrist and sort of take the eyebrows and bring them up like this, sort of Spock-esque. And meld them into like a little tail on her face. They don't have to be perfect. We can come back, we can come back to those later, but there we go. There's her little eyebrows. And since she's an otherworldly person, you can bring her eyebrow down to connect to this point of her nose in the middle to sort of really hammer home the fact that she is not a human. Alright. Eyebrows. And then usually from there, I'll just kind of like meld in some lips. Honestly, I think we're going to do open mouth this time. We've done closed mouth every single other time we've drawn this mermaid. I think we're gonna do open mouth. So for open mouth, our mouths don't actually open like wide. They open very narrow. So we're just gonna like do a really quick little like door frame in her face. Little wide hobbity door frame, but not a circle. Just a little squat door frame. Right, with the middle of it being about where the middle line is on the face. And then from the top there, right before it like goes down into sort of the more like straight line, we're just gonna like sketch in a little lip, cause you know, just so we know what those lips do. Ultima was good, just running around talking to people today. Spells and Secrets is a Kickstarter funded roguelike where you're a student at a magic school. Still very early build, and it played nicely and was fun. I have heard of that. I didn't realize it was a roguelike. That seems really cool. I have only recently gotten into roguelikes because of Hades, but that seems very, very cool. I'm super about that. I want to go back and watch the VOD and see what your playthrough. That sounds super sweet. But yes. Oh, awesome. And I'm glad Ultima was good. Running around and talking to people. When I was lurking in your channel, you talking to that pirate was very funny. I'm glad you had a great stream. Thank you so much for the raid and for coming on in. And, for commissioning me to draw your stuff for your stream. I'm just, it makes me so happy that my art is on people's streams. I really love it. Thank you so much. Finding a sound balance between Bree and blasting beneath the brine. Getting hyped. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. So, back to the math. I'm just gonna erase the through line a little bit. Just for my own sake. And then we're just gonna also add where her bottom lip would go. Right there. Just a little bottom lip. Alright. So, we're trying not to have her face look like she's, oh, surprise Pikachu, like we were earlier. We're trying to make it, like, wider, going like, so, with this little door frame, we're gonna make it just a little bit wider, but not the top or the bottom, the middle. We're just going to, like, edge it out ever so slightly. Not very much, like, a lot more on the side that we see more of, which is the, on drawing it'll be the right side of the face, but it's technically the left side of the face. And then we're just gonna, like, slowly, really, really subtly, with our eraser, build out the other side of the face. Not as deep as the other one, because it's 3/4, the perspective on that one isn't quite there. There we go. Now her mouth is a little bit more opened, and we can fit some teeth in there. Honestly, might make her mouth a little bit more open. You can make her mouth as open as you want, as scary as you want, because we're gonna start doing some teeth. We're gonna start doing some teeth. Because in this one, we can see that she has some weird, some teeth going on here, and I really want to just show the world what that teeth do. So, in order to do teeth, you gotta do sort of on this wide face, you're gonna see more top teeth than you're gonna see bottom teeth. So you're gonna just make a nice little line underneath the lips. And that's sort of where the top teeth are gonna go. And then from there, you're not gonna see the back of the tongue. You're just gonna see most of the tongue. So you just pull a line from sort of like the midpoint between the middle and the edge of the teeth, and bring that towards the front, and then just kind of curve that around. In the mouth, to whatever you think feels best to you. Follow your art heart, as Babstar would say. Generally, the tongue will not go all the way to the bottom. It'll go all the way to the bottom on the left side of what you're drawing, but it won't go to the bottom of the right side of what you're drawing. It'll have a little bit of a gap there just to show that that's where the bottom teeth are going to go. And that's where the bottom teeth are going to go. Since we're at 3/4, where the bottom teeth kind of go right in that little gap of the tongue, right here. And they're gonna be on this side too, but you can't really see them because of perspective. So, from there, we're just gonna start making as many spikies as we fucking want. Just absolutely make as many spikies. I usually start with the top fangs. Ash, are you gonna get up? Are you going in a little cubby? Oh, no. Are you gonna try? Oh, are you sitting on the paper over here for my tarot reading? I'm recovering from shopping with a friend today, but happy almost mermaid! Happy almost mermaid! It is technically May in a different part of the world, so happy May for y'all, but also happy end of April for everybody. Is everyone having some April showers? There's a lot of April showers today. I hope it means we're bringing May flowers, because I've only seen one dandelion so far. One. Oh, Amity O'Cramity, I am the friend. Welcome on in, Amity O'Cramity. It's lovely to see you. What'd you guys buy? What'd you guys buy today? Alright. So we're just bringing down the fangs, and we're taking that. We're not coming from. If you want to have like cute little fangs, you can take them from the bottom of the teeth line we already made. But I'm going all the way from the top. And then from there, we're gonna do the bottom fangs, and we're gonna bring those up and have the curve of those connect with the curve of the top fangs. Same on this side. You won't be able to see them much, and that might just be for your little erasing to show where that it is. There we go. There we go. Now it exists. Just erase some line. And now we got a fang. And now this is where the fun part comes in. Now from here, you can kind of just go hog wild and go as much as you want. Make it as monstrous as you feel. Just really make a lovely, like, little, like, stalactite shape, but with teeth. And go hog wild. Teeth! Hi, Leon! Welcome back! How was your food? I'm gonna make the front teeth real pointy. The buck teeth real pointy. Gotta lurk and get foods before D&D. Have a very good D&D session and get those foods. I'm glad you had a good stream, and thank you so much for coming in and trusting me with your community, Rogan. You're the best. Sorry I didn't do much talking. I really want to get the drawing of this done as much as I can today. But thank you so much for the stream. Also, before you go, I will, for Raiders, I usually, also, can we please get another shout, oh, wrong thing. Can we please get another shout out for Rogan in the chat before he goes? But, usually for Raiders, I give you guys exclusive access to Ashcam and Kitty Scritches since you raided in. But she's not in Ashcam, so I'm just gonna hold that and give her some pets over here. Because this is where Ash is today. I guess I could technically do Tarot Cam, but also look, this is what I see. This is our scary lady. A precious little bean. Have a very good lurk, Rogan. Thank you so much for bringing your community in and trusting me with them. Food was good. Yay, what'd you eat? What'd you eat, Leon? I agree, Amity O'Cramity is a lovely name. Thank you for coming in and lurking, Amity O'Cramity. Ooh, thrift shopping. What you guys thrift shop? Alright. I love you, Ash. Honestly, I'm gonna give you guys extended Ash cam because I forgot. And see if she sits here while I go use the bathroom again. I don't know what it is, but I think because I'm drawing a mermaid, my bladder is like bathroom time. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom again. I'll be right back. I am gonna save though. One sec. You guys can just watch Ash from behind my camera. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this little bean content. She's watching all of us making sure we behave. That is true. That is true, Shadows Fall. Oh wait, I just realized that this is my... Whoops. I was like, oh, it's gonna be back to my face. No, it's not. I have to make it back to my face. Hello. We're back. Oh, it's a little too down. All right. Hey, Oceanic, thank you so much for the lurk. Welcome on in. How is your Saturday going? Cat life seems so much easier than human existing. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Cat life. Cats have it good. Just to keep the view of the tongue visible, I'm not gonna go hog wild on the bottom teeth like I did on the top teeth. But there we go. I don't know how she closes her damn mouth, but you know, it's fine. We can come back to that later. Teeth! Maybe her bottom teeth aren't actually spiky. Maybe I'll get rid of that. Just so we do see the tongue. So we do see the tongue. And also, she's able to close her mouth. Hey, welcome back, Haku! It's alright. Love the lipstick. Thank you! We're kind of, you can't really tell, but we're kind of going for a mermaid look today. Yay! Thank you so much for the resubscription, Dad, for the 25 months. Congratulations. Welcome back to Having Wings. Also, yes, now that we're like about 3/4 of the way through the stream, maybe, or less, more, who knows. It is Mod Appreciation Day, which means that all subs and bits given today go directly to the mods' pockets. So if you would like to support the mods in any way, that is a great, giving subs and bits is a great way to do it today. Like, the teeth are retractable because mer magic. Like Toothless, exactly! Oh, tell Ash I slow blink back. I love you, Leon. She slow blinked the camera? Oh, she is a good little bean. She's being a fantastic supervisor today. I made some frozen pot stickers and heated up some frozen sweet potatoes. I threw some brown sugar and butter in the sweet... Ooh, that sounds incredible. That sounds very, very good, Leon. All right. So now, we got the mouth down, we got the nose down, we got the eyebrows down. Now it's the eyes. Now for the eyes, we do... Generally, I start them where, like, the little nose ridge bit comes into, and then make a nice little, like, hill shape. Like, if you're doing a landscape, making a nice little hill shape with a little smoky eyeliner. And ending them basically where the eyebrows end. And then doing a reverse, but not as steep hill on the bottom. And then we kind of basically got an eye shape there. And we kind of do the same thing on this side, but it's more of a steep, the top is more steep because we're at 3/4, but still very shallow on the other side. And we got some eyes. Now I kind of finagle with them a little bit, but you don't have to finagle with them if you like them. I just kind of like dip it down a little bit further and kind of really accentuate the middle point of the eye because it makes it look more accentuated. That's basically pretty much all I do. And then I just kind of, depending on where she is looking, which we want her to be looking up at us. So we want her eyes to be sort of in the middle of her little, the circle to be in the middle of the little oval that we made. And it's not a full circle. You can probably see the bottom of the circle, but you can never see the top of the circle. And have her pointing up at you. Make it look like she's looking at you, the artist. Yes. The Shrimp Ash emote. The best emote. Because of course a siren never shows the teeth while, that's true, they never show the teeth while luring. You would never, ever show the teeth while luring. You could never. It's blasphemy to do so. Why would she close her mouth? Does she not have gills? That's true. She does have gills. They're right there. She does have gills, but, you know, who doesn't like to just chomp? Fish do close their mouth. They do. But she doesn't need to. She wants to show the teeth. I want her to look more scary. I want her to look more scary. Let's go back to our thing. She looks too inviting. The mouth might need to be bigger. Alright, take your lovely little lasso tool and make that mouth bigger. That's too big. I think we gotta do something with the eyes. There we go. Make the mouth slightly bigger. Or the eyebrows. Because I want her to look... What's facial expression do I want her to have? I just want her to look... So maybe... Maybe we're gonna extend the eyes up a little bit to make them even more open. I advocate for vestigial eyes. Don't need eyesight deep down. True. That is very true. But our mermaid does have eyes, and they're glowing. Maybe pupilless eyes. Maybe people. I think when we do color, it might get scarier. Is my thing, because I think that I'm gonna like. I think for color they might get scarier. But if they don't, you know, whatever. We'll figure it out. I'm too used to drawing pretty girls. I need to make her scarier. There we go. Oh, it's very, very small pupils. Let's do that. Let's do some very, very small pupils. That's better. Oh, yeah. We like that. All right, do some very, very small pupils. Oh, I love that. Love that. Yes. And her eyebrows. I think we're gonna make her eyebrows more prominent. Yes, Nosferatu! That's what I'm going for! Yes! Okay. Picture Nosferatu, everybody, while you're drawing her. I do like the idea of vestigial eyes. We'll see. I think when coloring, I think we're probably gonna, like, just make her entire eye just yellow. Rather than having, like... her entire eye yellow, rather than having, like... I don't know. They're gonna be very glowy. Because I really want it to, like, glow in the... I want her eyes to glow in the dark. And that's, like, the first thing you see. Kind of like an anglerfish, but her eyes. Very scary. But also, I did a little, like, her pupils, I just did a little, like, line like this and a little cross. And then it worked out pretty well. So that's how I did the pupils. Okay. And then we're gonna make the eyebrows like little fins on her head. Just making them bigger. making them bigger. I don't know if that's scarier or if it's just cooler, but we're making them bigger. There we go. More otherworldly and fishy. Alright. Great. So we've got the basic we got the basic face down. Took us a while, but we got there. Okay. So now, back to perspective. We'll do the hair later. So back to perspective. We are just gonna make the neck look better. All right. So we pull the neck down, and the necks are long, but they're not that long. You know, well, this one is not gonna have, but she's not gonna have that long of a neck. So it kind of, we're only gonna like go towards like the base of the skull right here for that. Oh, she also has to have bigger, we'll do her ears later. So her neck is kind of connected in the middle of her shoulders, as we can see on a human person. So, we will take that lovely line that we gave ourselves earlier, and sort of from like the base of her skull outwards, in the directions that we kind of made that triangle earlier, and just kind of go and refine that triangle, and pull down, there we go. It doesn't have to be as big as it was before. If you can tell that like her shoulders would be like too big, if you do that, just like pull it in a little bit. And then from the bottom of her neck, we're just gonna make a line, a little like teardrop looking line to her shoulder point of her little Dorito body, and the same way as well, to sort of show that's kind of where like the very top of her shoulders are, but then we also need where the clavicle is. So we're gonna just take that teardrop point off the edge of the Dorito and just pull that down to about like a little past where the chin line is, and then also down past the chin line and connect that there. And that is where her clavicle would be. Right there. Boom, baby. And then, instead of putting the shoulders on the edge, we're going to put the shoulders halfway in the middle. Just like right here. Like the middle of the shoulder should be the point of the little Dorito, the little edge of the Dorito. And then that's sort of where her chest is. And then we're gonna take the boobas that we had before and just bring those in to follow the edge of the clavicles. And be about, and the nip of the boobas, or like the middle of the boobas, should be about where the middle lines are of the triangle. It's not a perfect science. Ike can do you better on booba physics, but that's just sort of for mapping purposes. That's kind of where they are. And then we just kind of bring that in, and there we go. Oh, she looks so funny right now, like a creepy kite. She kind of does. She looks like a creepy kite, and we love that for her. All right. Now from here, she's very much like in sort of this specific position. I don't know what this specific position is, but it's a position, and she's here now. So from here, we're just gonna like map out the arms. we're not gonna draw the arms. We're just gonna map out where they're gonna be. So, they can be wherever you want, but I think I'm just gonna like have them kind of like, looks like she's kind of just like has them down, but is swimming towards you. So where her shoulder is over here, we're just gonna go from that like middle Dorito point and kind of have them closer to her body. Just pull the arm down this way. Maybe closer to her body. Past under the booba. And then her elbow should be kind of where the end of her body is. And then just kind of pulled out like this. And then her hand will be like here. Just in that straight line from her face down like that. And then we're just gonna, again, from the Dorito point, straight line to about where the edge of her torso is that we've drawn so far. And then we're just gonna slightly tilt that, her little arm right there, to be like that. And then her hand is gonna be like this, in a little claw shape. Don't worry about it. There we go. Arms. And then from there, since it's kind of very like abrupt, we're going to let me figure this out real quick, actually. Let me play with it real quick, see what we're supposed to do. Okay. So I kind of did that all on my own because I didn't know how to articulate it. So, let us make that gesture sketch even lighter, and then we're going to just make that opacity. And then I'm going to go over what I did. Okay, so, I was wrong about the booba physics. We're going to start from the booba physics here. So because we're floating, they're not going down, they're floating up. So we're going to fix that. So, still from the same points, but more, since we're kind of floating up this way, they're going to be more pointed, like, up towards us in a weird way. They should look like they're floating. And now, I know this is technically about me, supposed to be, like, describing how I do this. I don't quite know how booba physics works, so a lot of the time when I do this, I just kind of play around with it and then erase it and then play around with it and then erase it and then play around with it and erase it until it looks the way I want it to, which is not helpful. So basically what I'm going to say is take that drawing that we just did, and it's the edge points where you made them, they should probably be where they are. But the one that we made on the left side is correct, and it looks good. The one that we made on the right side needs to have more squish, and, like, floating to it. So instead of it being, like, perfectly perky in this direction, it needs to have, like, a bit more of, like, an S shape to it on the side, and then the nipple needs to be further down. Like right here. And then you kind of just like pull in the boob connective bits, kind of like what you did with like the little nose connective bit, just where like the skin connects to the clavicle. Yeah, roughly teardrop shapes that start at the armpits. And they should be floating and like being gravitated towards the bottom of the canvas. And that should be, but like, its connective tissue should be above where we see the rest of the, like, torso be. Because she does not have that large of boobs. There we go. Torso. Alright. So now that the boobas are fixed, we can figure out what the hell this little thing that I did back here was. So when we do the hair, it might be all like completely not visible anymore, but we're gonna do it just so you guys know what it looks like. On a different layer than the boobs, because if you like the boobs and you don't want to fuck them up, do a whole different layer. We are going to start with the back. So with this mermaid, since she's kind of flowing upwards, her back is actually going to be visible. Because if you look at someone from above, you see their back as well, which is a weird perspective thing, and we're gonna figure it out together, because I don't understand it very much either. So, kind of what I did was sort of like imagine where the back would be based on like where the shoulder that we made earlier before. So I just kind of like made a line from there and like kind of like curved it how backs would towards the buttocks right here. And then I took the line that we made from the bottom of the Dorito and just kind of also pulled it in that direction to sort of follow the back line. And that's kind of what I came up with, and then I made a little buttocks, and then I connected them. And that's sort of how I did that. And I'm not entirely sure if that's correct, and it probably won't be. But for now, that's good enough. So that's sort of what I did. And then I made her hip a little wider. And then made a little squish of her hip right there. So there we go. And from here, that was a bad way of describing what that looks like, but her butt crack should be like, she won't have one because she's a mermaid, but her butt crack should be in like following sort of like where, like if we were to connect the middle line of the front torso and the middle line of the back, that should be where her butt crack is. And then like this is, if she was a person, this would be hip bone, and this would be hip bone over here. Kind of. And that would sort of like be and this is sort of like the middle torso. I don't think that's correct, but we're gonna figure it out from here. Anyways, so yes, the butt should be at the base of her spine. But, okay, from here, we're going to start doing the tail. And then we can finagle the torso along with that, because we're going to cover up most of our shame with the hair. Hey! So, basically, we're gonna bring, if for some reason her body is no longer in line with the original gesture drawing that you made, bring her down to that gesture drawing, which is what I'm going to do. Nope, that's all of it. Beep. Fine, I guess I'll bring the gesture drawing to her. And I'll just tilt it to where actually kind of how she's, there we go. And then we're just gonna follow the gesture drawing. Yay! I would totally just be throwing it out here, but I'd be totally here for a Brie and Ike Booba physics co-stream. That would be fun. That would be very, very fun. Just me and Ike talking about how to draw pretty ladies. I'm down for it. I'm down for pretty ladies with Ike. Ike, if you're still here, hit me up. Or I'll hit you up. Either way. Alright. Anyways. So, on the top, this is just going to be a lot of sketch layers that's going to look really shitty until we do a final sketch layer that's going to look great. So, and this is what I meant earlier in that tarot reading where I said that even if you don't, like, make it the best that it can be, but even if you don't really know how that's supposed to be, just keep going and keep trying stuff until you get it right. Art is a process. Alright. So from here, we just are gonna follow that lovely hip bone line that we made earlier and the little butt line that we made earlier and sort of tail that out and follow our gesture sketch from before. Make it... Now, mermaid tails are what you make of them. So really kind of just go for whatever you think is best. Whatever you think is gonna look great. We can just follow the gesture sketch. We can add details and squish and stretch and whatever later. Actually, I'm not sure if I like this. Erase it if you don't like it. Start again. Okay, I want her to have a very big tail. And also to feel like she's being folded. So we're just gonna do this. How do I make her feel folded? Like this? Maybe we shouldn't see this much of her back, actually. Maybe we shouldn't see this much of her back. Erase! Arase! Man, you guys are just coming on this journey with me. I don't know what I'm doing either. We all don't know what we're doing on this journey. Okay, we're making a slightly tighter S with her tail. Okay. You know what? Scratch everything that I just did. Erase it from your memory. Well, maybe not all of it. We'll see. Still following the gesture sketch, but we're making it much tighter. IDK, fuck around and find out! Man, the problem with these draw logs is I try my best to describe my process, but my process really is fuck around and find out, and hope for the best. It's really the only thing you can do with digital art. Man, the more I draw, the worse I get at explaining how to do it. The more you're like, well, how do you do that? It's like, I couldn't tell you if I tried. I don't know. I do my best and I don't know. I'm not trying to make it like extend above her head. I'm trying to make her, it's supposed to be behind her, which is what I'm having a little bit of an issue with. So we're trying to make it so that like, I'm gonna erase this. I'm gonna erase the body sketch that I did. Just bear with me. Okay. So kind of what I'm trying to do here is I want it to be, underneath her. And then her to be the thing that is bigger. Which we might have to do. I'm just making her have an eel body right now. Don't mind me. Just figuring it out on my own. Okay. What if we make her bigger on the canvas? Yes, that should work. That's what I like to hear. Hey, Alafox, welcome on in. How's your day going? How is your Saturday? There we go. Yes, that's what I like to see. Okay, so she's bigger now. Make her bigger, but don't move her very much. And then, so her body, instead of being tilted like we had it earlier, I just have to commit to the bit. It helps knowing that the final thing will be pretty dark. Yeah. If you're working in analog, if you're working in traditional, do just a whole bunch of sketches like that's not on the thing that you're trying to make your final until you get what you want, and then until you get like bits that you want, and then like mush them together in your final thing. Because a lot of my process has to do with being specifically in a digital medium where I can like fuck around and like move things around and make things bigger or larger and stuff like that. So if you're working in a traditional medium, it'll be a lot harder to do that. I'm good. I'm also pretty good. We're trying to figure out how to draw this mermaid, and I'm trying to describe my process, but I've discovered that my process really is fuck around with the years worth of knowledge that I have that I can't articulate because I just got it on accident from studies and things. God, being an artist is so hard. I don't envy you guys trying to become artists. Like, I didn't know how to draw, and really, yeah, it's like fucking around and finding out is the right thing to do in art. Like, seriously, if you don't think it looks good, like, erase and try again, or like, put the paper aside, trace the bit that you like, and then try again. And then do it and trace the bits that you like and try again. And that's pretty much what I do with digital art. Have good references, and literally don't be afraid to fuck up. Truly. The fear of fucking up will hold you so much back. Will hold you back so much. That's better grammar. Frankly, any creative endeavor. Anyways, okay, so, remember that whole thing where we tried to talk about her torso and I couldn't figure it out and I just talked through a burp? Wild. Erase that from your memory. We're not doing that. Because we're trying to go for perspective. So, I made her bigger. After I, like, did her tail, with the gesture sketch that we did to sort of, like, go go in that lovely, like, tight little S that we want. I made her bigger so that she overlaps with her tail more. Layers and undo are heaven. Yes, I'm very sorry. Every time you're doing a whole new, every time you're like not sure about a thing that you're gonna do, always make it a new layer in digital. Always make it a new layer. Hi, Ash. Okay, so we're trying to part of her world us. So we're really only seeing this part of her torso as far as I can tell. Beware of the booba. And we might see her butt. Like right here. Maybe. Maybe not. Just make a little oval from the middle of her cranium to right below the right booba, with it like connecting from the edge of the Dorito shoulder on the right side. And that's kind of all of the bottom of her torso that we're gonna see. And we can fuck with that later. I know, I might be lying, but for now, that's what we're gonna do. Nope, we're gonna make it bigger. There we go. Still the same principle, just more on the booba. Middle of right booba line right there. Okay, and from there, now we're gonna connect the tail. Don't worry about the butt or the torso or anything. Don't worry about it, just go for it. We're making her, mermaids start out, the best mermaids start out as eels. And then we're folding her a little bit. And so she's gonna be underneath. This tail is gonna go underneath her. Always, for this piece, while you're drawing it, always keep in mind that you're trying to get her to look like she's leaping out of the paper at you. Or coming up to the surface towards you. Alright, there we go. Now. And again, most of this body shame, nope, bad choice of words. Most of this body BS, better choice of words, is gonna be hid behind her hair because I love hair and that's what we're gonna do. So, there we go. There's our sort of general thing where we've expanded on the gesture sketch. I will take a picture of it, and I'm going to make it work a little bit better work a little bit better compositionally and just have it fill up the canvas a little bit better. When it comes to composition, you really just want to fill up the canvas. You don't want to like you don't want to leave too much white space unless that's what you're trying to go for in the piece. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now I'm gonna save, and I'm going to take a picture for this process moment. File, save as. Sketch. Now, this is our secondary sketch. So we did gesture, this is our like first sketch bit, and then now we're gonna take all of this and then opacity it at the same level. And now we're gonna go over it once again in a different sketch layer and kind of just put it all together and give her squish on her body. Just get a sock and fold it into the shape you want and use that for a reference. A fish is just wet stuffed sock with fins. I mean, you're not wrong. As a traditional media artist, I can absolutely say that most of the process for us traditionalists is literally also F-bomb around and find out, and also for after a few years have a metric, angry dolphin, ton of reference materials in the form of anatomy books and various pictures printed out and put into folders and boxes. Yes. Always work from reference. I'm not making like this perfectly, but I'm working from this reference, by the way. So all of the choices that I'm making are working off of this specific reference. And this reference is in Discord if you guys want to check it out. So. Welcome back, Kaden. How are you doing? How are you doing? Alright. So, before we start the hair, we're just gonna like go over everything we did again. And give her, you know, a body. So we're just gonna refine the sketch lines that we did before. Yes, also follow the spine to figure out where the body has to fold. Very important. Unless you're drawing a goo person, then don't worry about that. Yeah, just follow all of the lines that you liked in your last sketch layer and really just go hog wild on them. Make them the prominent features. When it comes to the face, I usually kind of like get it on the first try because I draw a lot of faces. But if you don't draw a lot of faces, make sure you go over it on the face a bunch of times so that you get it to the way that you want it to look like, because faces are hard. I draw a whole lot of busts, so I draw primarily faces, which is kind of why I really wanted to like do more of a like perspective this time around, rather than just like, oh, I'm drawing a pretty mermaid, because I wanted to push myself a little bit. I wanted to push myself this time around. We'll do the teeth later. Okay, so now we're gonna do the ears. So to make them a little bit like more freakadeaky, we're gonna make the fins, the fin ears even bigger. So go from sort of the bottom of where you had the earlobe before, and just pull out in sort of like a wing-like curve. In the directions that you would like. There is no right way to do this, just do it in whatever way you think would be most fun for you to draw them like. But keep them sort of in the same plane as you were drawing the ear before. Just go, like, make sure it's connected where the ear connects on a human and where it's connected on where the ear connects on the human, on both the top and the bottom. People have squish song. People have squish. Gee, thanks, Bree, for the flashback. One of my old art teachers was literally, use the whole sheet of paper for your sketch. Use the whole sheet of paper for your sketch. Yes, your mermaid ears should be bat wings. Very true. The mermaid ears should be bat wings. There we go. There we go. Just sort of make them little freaky deaky bat wings. And then since if they're gonna be little small ones, you don't have to do them on the other side of the 3/4 head. But if they're going to be big, make sure to do it on the other side of the head. They don't have to be perfect. Just kind of make them reminiscent of what you were drawing before. You know, little bat wings on the side of the head. There you go. Just to show that you know how perspective works. Okay. And then from there, we're going to do the neck. Have just a little, here, our lovely little, nope. A little Adam's apple, except not really. Even girls have like spine bits. They're not really an Adam's apple, but even women have spines right here. So you gotta show that a little bit. All right. And then the shoulders. So now with all of these lovely lines we have on the shoulder over here, actually when it comes to perspective, you don't really see much of the left shoulder versus the right shoulder. Again, this is what you're looking at, not actually the like in real life. Whatever. You know what I mean. Anyways, so we're going to kind of bring it in actually a little bit and sort of just give her a much shorter, rounder shoulder than the little Dorito points that we've had before. Just kind of round it off and make it have a little bit of a dip before it gets to the Dorito point. I also forget that we have the flip command very frequently. Like, oh right. Right. Wild, but right. Huh. Alright then. And then from there, we're just going to skip right to the booba. The booba we talked so much about when it came to booba physics. Make a little curve on the edge of where the booba connects, because that's your armpit now. And then just draw along the booba lines that you think best accurately makes boobas look like they are real. That's always secondary sketches, is just go along the lines that you think look the best. And also, boobas have lots of squish to them, but they also, when floating or when like not adhering to Earth gravity, are actually very like, they have more of a this shape rather than like a perfectly round shape. They've got a much more ovular triangle shape to them. They're a very soft triangle, really. There we go, we got the nipple. Don't come at me, Twitch. And then we're going to go back to the other side as well and do the booba there. Exactly the same thing we did before, just follow the lines you like. Make a little curve at the end, because that's going to be your armpit now. And there we go. 2 boobas. Coming at you. Coming at you fast and scary. And then draw the torso underneath them, because they're not quite the edge of the torso. The torso should not be here. The torso should be here. And then from there, we do our other shoulder, which is very much the same thing that we did before. Just from over the little Dorito point we did. Make it dip down right before, and then come up as a little hill over the Dorito point, and then slowly back down to where the bicep is going to be. And there we go, we've got our shoulders. Look at that! My vocal pedagogy nerd is trying not to info dump about voice boxes and vocal folds right now. I mean, if you want to info dump, go for it. Since I'm talking so much about what I'm drawing, I know there's not a lot of, like, extra conversation in chat, so if y'all want to talk about it, if y'all want to talk about things you're doing today, or fun things that you didn't know you're about, or, like, fun, info dump away is what I'm trying to say. Go for it. Yay, yes. Lemon gifted you a sub, sweetie. The hype train earlier. I'm still not over it. Gemini gifting 10,000 bits off the top. Incredible. Starting to look hot and cute and less terrifying vampire. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing? It'll get scary again when color happens. Okay, now we're doing the arms. I feel attacked. Fine, if you want it to be a scary vampire, we're going back to the teeth. Back to the teeth. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I draw pretty ladies. I can't help myself. I like pretty ladies. But she will be scary. Mark my words. Mark my words, she will be scary. Alright, and then from here, we're gonna do the biceps. So, just pretty much just following the line that we made before, and a good sort of equidistant line, connecting to your lovely armpit you made before, from the booba, and if it doesn't quite connect, just move the booba line to make it connect a little bit better. There we go. And we just make the bicep have a little bit of squish. Not much. You should never draw in straight lines. I will say this. Never draw in straight lines. Always draw in slightly curved lines. Which is easier said than done. But if you're drawing a person, always draw in slightly curved lines. Like, the bicep should always be a little bit curved, and it should come in for the elbow, and it should curve out a little bit, and then come in for the elbow. Never draw straight lines when it comes to body parts. And then we go basically to where that elbow is going to be, and then we just make a little bump for the elbow. We can come back to that and make it look nice. And then we just draw along the outer line for the thing again. And then this is where it gets a little weird, which is something that I always have a problem with. Because this part of the arm always has like much more of a muscle on this part of the arm. And not in the little one. So you really kind of just gotta like fake it till you make it, and then erase to where it looks good to you. And there you go. You've got an arm, which we're gonna cut off on the edge because fuck hands, and we'll get to that later. And if you think the arm just looks a little bit too long, you can always just move it up. There we go. Arm 1, down. Takes notes, nothing straight in art. Straight lines are only for buildings, and that's an architecture student's whole thing, and no one likes architecture students. I will say, if you're an architecture person, I'm very sorry. I really love buildings, and I love how people draw buildings, but that's just a fun little thing that we like to say in the art department. I'm sorry. Alright, and then we're just gonna do the exact same thing and follow the lines down. And then this one's gonna be interesting because we don't have much of this part of the arm to work with, so it's all forearm, baby. And so we just have a lovely little vase shape of an arm. A little vase shape of an arm that we kind of just bring in and then bring out as it connects to the rest of the arm. And then we cut it off at the hand, because fuck hands. Don't actually. If you like drawing hands, please draw the hands. I'm not going to draw the hands this stream. We'll draw the hands when we come back in the second week of May. We'll do that when we come back. Fuck hands for now. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much for the 24 months, JJ! Oh shit, 2 years! Thank you so much for the 24 months. Thank you for resubscribing and giving that money to the mods on Mod Appreciation Day. And there we go! There is that lovely torso that we've been working on this entire fucking time. Alright, so I think we're actually at about 3 hours now, and I do have to go to my family's house pretty soon. But, and I'm very sorry, my dad is watching this, I think just because y'all know that hair is my favorite part, I think we're going to do some hair, and then we're just gonna block out some colors real quick, and then I think we're gonna be done for today. And so make sure to come back for part 2 in 2 weeks, when I talk about detail work on this fucking tail and hands. So there we go. So we got the torso portion of what we were working on. Look at that. Beautiful torso portion. We'll get rid of that booba sketch. Yeah, I think we're gonna, yeah, that is what I think we're gonna do. I think we're gonna sketch the hair, block out some like just color palette stuff, just so you guys know what to work on if you want to work on it yourself, or if you want to wait till next week, whatever. I think we're gonna do some, block out the hair, block out some color palette stuff, and then call it a stream. Because we kind of we've got the mermaid color palette going, which is this lovely pink, light blue, and dark blue. But I also, since we're deep sea, I kind of want to go a little bit funky with it. So we're going to figure it out. But also, if you want to work on this on your own time, I kind of gave you a lot of the sort of just like basic sketch portions. So if you want to like start building and doing like color and stuff on your own, or like line art and stuff on your own, feel free to do so. I know that I'm doing this and then taking a break for a week, so if you want to work on it and don't want to wait for a week, I completely understand. I will be posting posting all of the links that I have been using for reference. I'll be posting the pictures that I did. I'll be posting I'm here to know what I actually ordered dinner. Fair, Dad. Absolutely fair. I feel that's a little bit of a roast on me, but fine. And also the pictures that I did, and like the reference that I did from last year, also in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord and would like to continue working on this on your own time, make sure to check in links for later. I think I'll compile all of this stuff into a Drive link and then post it in links for later and pin it so you guys can use it. And then sort of build off from there, if that's what you want to do. I know it's technically a draw along, but it is also a sort of like year in review thing. So if you want to work it on your own, totally do so. I would love to see it. Anyways, hair. Okay, so y'all know I love hair. And the reason why I love hair is much like drawing mermaid tails. You can do whatever the fuck you want with that. So, well, I say you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. There's some very specific, very easy hair rules to follow. First of which, you gotta know where the part is. I always like parting my hair on this side of my head. And our mermaid parts it down the middle. So, your part is gonna be right where the lovely line is from where the nose is to the middle of the hair. Unless you want to have her hair part other ways, and that's fine too. But you gotta make sure where the part is, and to know where the hair comes from on the head. Usually when it comes with long hair, you have kind of like a little bit of a spot, like right here in the back of your head where most of your hair falls, and then from the back of your head, and then you also have your part. So, luckily, since we're not drawing the back of the head, you don't have to draw your little, like, circle right here. But if you were, that's where it would be. But for her, all of the hair is going to come from the part. So, basically, what we're going to do is just kind of widow's peak it. And then start from, like, the edge of the forehead. Like this lovely forehead line that we've got right here. And then, like, just pull it up. And just start making lines. Make lovely little curvy lines that kind of follow where the tail is going. Because that's where sort of like the water pressure is going. And since it's underwater, it doesn't fall down like if you were drawing in regular gravity. It flows with the water. So you gotta decide what direction the water is flowing. Crown of the head. Crown of the head. Yeah, your crown right here. That's where your hair comes from. It's the circle bit. And if you're drawing short hair, that's where all of the hair would come from, is the little crown. But if it's long hair, it comes from the part, usually. Unless it's the back. And also, make sure when you're drawing hair, like, I draw a lot of, like, really, like, lines and strands, but also don't like draw like the strands of the hair. Draw it in like a way that you would like picture like that chunk of the hair looks. So kind of like I'm drawing like, if I'm drawing this like chunk of my hair, it'll like be in this weird like loopy thing right here, but it would be kind of like, oh, so I'm pulling a piece from here, and I'm pulling a piece from here, and I'm pulling a piece from here, and I'm pulling a piece from back here, and those were the lines that I would make in mimicking the shape of it, and not like every single individual strand. Ugh. That's sort of what I'm trying to do. So, and if you don't like can't visualize the shape before you do like this little strand thing that I'm doing, definitely make sure to do the shape first and then add in strands as you see fit. But yeah. Also, if you want her to be scary, you can make her hair going in a lot of different directions. Oh, that's actually really sweet. Remember that no one is less than anyone else. We are all wearing a crown. I love that. Listen, I just like letting Math do art for me, okay? I mean, if you like letting Math do art for you, more power to you. I am not good at math. So that's why I hate lines. Maybe that's why I hate lines, because I don't like math. Eh, probably not. There's probably other reasons, but also, see when I told you that a lot of our like little fucked up bits in the back were gonna be covered by our hair? She's got long flowing hair and she deserves to have it be seen. Her hair kind of looks like that one from the villain in Incredibles, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Actually, no, it should not go up that high. Again, erase it if you don't like it. I was doing the right thing. It should go this way because it's going behind her, which is behind her is deeper, which we will get a nice little picture of when I do the there we go. Syndrome moments. Just some lovely little syndrome moments. When the hair grows from very much, where the hair grows from very much depends on which type of long hairstyle you are giving a character. You can totally have a long-haired character have the hair go from a circlet on the back of the head. That is true. That is definitely true. But with this kind of hair, with like it all over her head, it kind of goes from the part. But the part is a safe bet for where the hair is going. All right, there we go. that's sort of where her hair is gonna be. Maybe we'll give her more hair later, who knows. But for now, here's this lovely little syndrome moment we've given her. Her lovely flowing hair. Alright, and then from there we're gonna do some color blocking. So what do you think of the picture? What do you think of what shape to do the hair in? Be like, syndrome. But like it's going behind her, not going up. Thank you for letting me know what that was called, Miranda. I forgot his name and now I'm so excited. Just remember when drawing submerged characters that hair is light as fuck, and the currents will cause the hair to be more flowy than the hem satellites. Exactly. Exactly. It'll go woo. It'll be very flowy. But since she's kind of we're trying to get her a little bit in movement, come into the thing, it'll be kind of flowing back. All right. Color blocking. So, we're just gonna color pick from here. Draw it like syndrome. We're gonna color pick from here and just make a little palette for us. So there's a nice deep blue that's sort of gonna be our base background color for right now. And then we've got this lovely pink. This lovely pink that's gonna be her hair. And we've got this lovely dark blue moment. That's her middle of her body. And then we've got this lovely light blue moment. That's the bioluminescence of her body. And then also the yellow. The yellow is very important. There we go. Okay. So there's our general color palette. And so usually what I do for like blocking out color is I kind of take, bam. And then usually for this type of stuff, I try to make all of the sketch lines white. Control I. Can I do that for all of them? Maybe I have to do it one at a time. Yeah, I have to do it one at a time. That's okay. I just realized that, there we go, Control C, delete this. Hold on. All right, now I'm gonna make the hair, Control I. There we go. So, now we've got this lovely blue on black, lovely little canvas. Or some white on black, blue, oh boy, whatever, words. So that's sort of gonna be our general background. And then we're just gonna take, this lovely dark blue and just cover her body in it. And we're gonna do that below everything. We're just gonna do this whole thing in dark blue. Just sort of just show where the colors of what is going to be where, if that makes any sense. And since we have the lovely hair, we don't really have to worry about what that looks like. Oh yeah. All right. And then we're gonna do the pink. Just blocking out where her hair is. And then we're gonna take the background color again. Now I do this, you don't have to do it this way if you don't want to. But we just take the background color again, actually we don't have to do her hair. We can just do it all in this dark blue. I think it'll be less confusing if we just do it all in the dark blue. There we go. Okay. There we go. And then just for lighting purposes, we're gonna select the background color, do a nice soft, round opacityed brush. And then over the blue that we did, just kind of start just shading in the parts that's going to be darker and farther beneath her from the surface. Just to sort of get the lighting going. So like, it'll be harder and harder to tell. It'll look like she's submerging out of the water. A little bit. And then from there, we're just going to take the background color and then get a light, nice dark black, and then just put that with the same soft round opacity brush, just put that in the middle and just kind of fan it out around her. And I'm gonna make the shadow that we did a clipping mask, just so it's a little bit easier to see. Boop. And then take this lovely black stuff that I did, and then opacity it, and just kind of mess with it until it's this nice dark, looks like this nice dark abyss. And then we're gonna take the blue, like we're just gonna highlight again the blue of the background and bring it up just slightly on the color wheel and just do the edges of the piece in a slightly lighter blue. And then if you really want to get funky with it, take the yellow of her eyes above the opacity layer that you just made to make her look deep and dark, and just kind of I'm almost done. Daniel is looking at me very ferociously. Oh, no, he's dancing. And then we just opacity that. And there you go. Now you kind of know the general composition of what she's gonna look like. She's gonna look very, very spooky. And then we have our little color palette up here of what colors her body will have. And there we go. All set for next time. Dun 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 dun. Next time we will talk about probably the rest of her body and figuring out how that's gonna work somehow. Color, detail work, and fins. Yay! Maybe hands. So there we go. This is sort of our middle point. We're probably gonna fiddle with the sketch next time as well, just to sort of like really deal with this problem area up here where where her tail connects to her body in this way. But I think we're gonna be able to figure it out, and it'll be good. So we're gonna deal with that next time, and sort of, you know, I wanted to do this sort of like lighting and like then step away from it for a while, just so that like I can really see like what the composition is going to look like at the end with all of the color added, and then see how we need to adjust this portion of her body to make it look good. So if you're at this point, and you just want to step away from it, from the color and the sketch, and be like, okay. I'll come back to it in a few days, or in this case, a few weeks, and we will come back to it and really dive down into what the absolute heck we're gonna do with this mermaid. This is a great stopping point to sort of see what the full composition is gonna look like later. So there we go. Woo! Yay! Thank you so much for the clip. Yeah. I will take, I'll get rid of all of this stuff that I just did. I'll get rid of, she looks even more ghostly now. I'll get rid of all the stuff I just did, do Control I to all of it, so you guys can kind of, so I can do a progress picture, because I forgot to do that last time. There we go. File. Save as. Second. Sketch. PNG. Oh, look, Ash is shrimping. And we get a shrimp Ash at the very end. She's given us everything we want. Control I. Control I. Control I. Control I. Okay, and then we bring it all back for the picture. There we go. File. Save as. Base. Color blocking. PNG. Save. Okay. Okay. And we're done. Thank you all so much for coming to the stream. I have to go to my parents' house now. All right, saved. Thank you all so much for coming to the stream. Seriously and completely. Yes. Spooky. She's just only gonna get spookier. She's just only gonna get spookier, folks. And I'm very excited about it. I'm very, very excited about it. This is where, let me see if I can pull it up. This is what we did last year. And it's very beautiful and very detailed, but I am already seeing a lot of improvement in body structure and proportions. So, booyah! Thanks, have a great rest of your night. Thank you all so much for coming. Yes, Daniel is definitely dancing at me very ferociously to remind me that it's time to end the stream. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming to the stream. I had an absolute blast kind of going through my process and being real with you guys that art, as much as so many artists that you look up to seems to have a process, they have a process for very specific things. But the more you draw, truthfully, like, the more you draw, the more you kind of, like, just have a idea of what things are supposed to look like. And that really only comes terribly with practice, and looking at a bunch of references and things. And you don't get that unless you practice, and it sucks. And there is only gaps in people's, like, you know, artistic, like, knowledge of, like, proportions and perspective and composition and blah, 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 just based on practice. And the more you look at something, the more you draw it, the more you will have an idea of how to do it. But hopefully some of this was hopefully helpful for you to, like, level up your skills. If only just to realize that you gotta fuck around and find out, and even I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. So thanks so much for coming to the stream. And a very huge reminder to everyone that I will not be streaming next week. I am going to be taking a spring break off for the beginning of May. It's gonna be May. And I will be back 2 Tuesdays from now on, I don't know the day, but not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. The second Tuesday in May. So I will see you all then, and then the Saturday after that, we'll come back and continue working on this mermaid. So if you would like to see more of this mermaid, if you would like to draw along with me some more, make sure to come. The best way to know what May 10th. I'll be back on May 10th. Thank you very much, Gemini. I'll be back on May 10th. And if you would like to see more of this mermaid, join the Discord is probably the best way to see it. I will be posting all of this stuff in a Drive link in my Discord in the links for later, so you can work on it on your own. And also, you'll get notifications of when I go live and my schedule and all that stuff before anybody else on any other social platform. Discord's the best way to do it. But the second best place to see all my stuff is on Twitter, @BrieDonnan, if you'd like to follow me there. But I have a whole bunch of stuff that I don't, it's the end of a month. It's weird to plug things, but I've got commissions open if you'd like to have me draw any of your characters. I do stream overlays, as Rogan pointed out with his raid. I do emotes, I do characters, I do scenes, I do a whole bunch of different stuff. So my commissions are currently open for May, so if you'd like to commission me, there's a commission link down below. I've got a Redbubble store. I don't have an Etsy right now, but I have prints available if you want to DM me to see what I've got. Yeah, all of my stuff is down there. Oh, I also have a TikTok now. I'm not doing much with it. I'm not doing much with my TikTok right now, but apparently the place where you can see sneak peeks of art is both firstly my Patreon. Oh, I also have a Patreon. It's firstly my Patreon, which is the final piece of a thing that I was doing just for fun is up on my Patreon, and that's the only place you can see it right now. But also on my TikTok there is a sort of very short drawing of me drawing it. So if you want to check that out, that's on my TikTok. I'm not really gonna do much with it other than just do things for myself. But if you want to see that, it's there. But yeah, please support me on Patreon. Patreon is the best way to support me. Tip jar is the best way to support me on stream. Patreon is the best way to support me just in general. You'll see all of my whips and all of my whips before anybody else. You'll see things about the Phoenix before anybody else. You'll see things that art that I finish way before anybody else. So the Patreon is the best place to see like all of my stuff immediately. I also have an Instagram. I've got a lot of stuff. It's the end of, I don't know. Y'all are the best. I'll stop plugging myself now. Oh, but also, thank you all so much for supporting the mods today on Mod Appreciation Day, as it is the last day of the month. Thank you to everybody for that amazing hype train at the beginning of the stream. I can't wait to see how much money I get to give my mods this month. I'm very excited about it. So thank you all so much for all of the bits and the subs, and a huge shout out to both Rogan and Leon for the raids today. Y'all are the best. And thank you for trusting me in your community. Alright, I will see you all on May 10th, and until then, I hope you have a very good May. Bye everybody! Oh, Ellie! Hi and bye! Goodbye everybody! Thank you so much for coming on in. It was lovely to meet you, Amity, by the way.